I know too many business owners that the winter is their slow season, where you say, I'll advertise, I'll spend money when it's busy, when it's the busier season. Well, the whole freaking point of advertising is to bring people in and do business with you. Don't you want them coming in during the slow season? It's just stupid to not advertise. So the winter does not stop me from grilling these delicious steaks, the same as the winter should not stop you from advertising if you were a small business owner. I get it. You say, well, why should I advertise in the slow season? And when it's hard to get customers, they're not really responding. I guarantee you there are competitors that is crushing it during the slow season. They're busy all year. They're getting customers. They're running sales. They're smart with thinking of what to advertise. Maybe there's stuff that you can switch to, like a lot of contractors that switch to Christmas lighting, or you go from exterior to interior work. Yes, Phoenix.
Hi,
Yes, Phoenix. Hi, buddy. You waiting for the steak?
Yeah, I love steak. It tastes so good.
There's promotions that you can think of that are like the slow season. Like you can literally advertise and say, it is the slow season, now is the time to save. Instead of running your little crap business and saying, well, it's slow, I can't do nothing, I gotta wait till it's busy. Start thinking of what you can sell and a reason of why it's a good deal to come in and do business right now. And you will see sales all year long. And you will drive your competitors crazy because you'll be getting all this business that they're not getting. Do some postcards. Go send EDDM. Pick great areas. Send postcards out. You got to be more creative. You have to think about what can drive people in during the slow season, and then you won't have a slow season. There will be no slow season. That can make major changes in your income. Another thing is that if you're a business that gets busy in the spring, so real estate, all of home services, retail, it's really not that far away. Even in the middle of winter, it's only a couple months away that spring comes. If you start advertising, you start doing postcard campaigns now, people are going to be more primed for when the actual service becomes needed. So let's just say you're a realtor and you haven't been doing postcard mailings and this is something you want to do, or maybe you're used to not doing them during the winter. Well, they start to forget about you. So chances are people aren't listing their homes in the middle of the winter. Some do, but a lot of people do it in the spring. If you start your campaigns in the spring, they probably have already made up their mind. At this point, they've made up their mind with who they're going with. But if you sent a couple mailings prior to that and they're familiar with you, maybe they're not interested right now. They're interested, but maybe they're not reacting right now. Now, when the spring comes, they've seen you 2 or 3 times. And if you've got some good information on there, you look like the person that can get the job done, they're familiar with you. Now, when it comes the time for them to sell their home, they're already familiar with you. This is the same thing with home services when they're making these huge purchases, these huge, maybe once in a lifetime or once in a few times a lifetime purchases, like building decks. Start advertising sooner than you think. Start planning it now so you can get in front of them before the big season hits. You'll have a huge edge up. I can't stress that enough. Instead of being like every loser small business owner, and that's right, loser. These are losers that are not advertising during the slow months and they just give up and they say, well, people aren't buying. I guarantee you there's competitors that are taking all this money from you, and that should be your money. You can advertise, you can market all year round. Your bank account will thank you. And let me tell you something, cooking flank steaks and ribeye steaks for a family where you got 8 kids plus your spouse is not cheap. So if you want to advertise all year round, you can afford those beautiful steaks for your family too, and you won't have to worry about it. Courtesy of old Jakey. If you're helping local businesses, get them excited. Tell them, look, you've got other competitors that are advertising. Your whole industry does not shut down. You can switch to something else. You can start prepping early. Even if it's December, we start turning into the new year. A month away is February, which is only a month away from March. So even no matter where you are, March is where spring starts coming. So if you mail even in February, which is not that far away, you are ahead. You get people primed up. You're going to get people calls in. Hey, I'm looking to do this in a month, and you're ahead of the game when every other crap business out there is putting their advertising out and it's too late. And they think they're smart, but they were really the stupidos. I hope that helps. I want to see you have a fantastic year. You deserve it. Now I got to go feed this family. It's freezing out here.